Okay, welcome. We're going to talk about the F-150 Lightning today, what we love and what we dislike a little, and there's definite ways that you can like this vehicle a whole lot more. So we got Marie behind the wheel. She'll be sharing her likes and dislikes about the Ford F-150 Lightning real soon. But first, I want to cover a little technical stuff. So let's look at this touchscreen, because there are so many features on this vehicle, and if you don't know which ones to set up to your liking, you will really dislike this vehicle. And if you play around with the settings, you're gonna love the vehicle. And you might, the way it comes from the factory, you might already love it, but let's make sure that the settings are the way you like it, because there's a few functions I really don't like rear seat belt occupant notification. The adaptive cruise control can be set up in a certain way that it's pretty darn annoying. So this is must know. So let's jump into that tech, and then we'll cover all our likes and dislikes. Of course, we love this panoramic roof. Is absolutely amazing. You get that on the Lariat 511. Really, really nice, and actually quiet when you drive. So we'll actually show you in just a minute, but let's jump on the tech. Let's put the pedal to the metal, folks. You get your F-150 Lightning, you probably won't like how it drives if you don't know this. First of all, you've got your normal sport off-road mode. We've never even driven it in sport, because in normal it's so unbelievably lightning fast, speed lightning here. But you want to go down here to, let's check it out. First of all, one pedal drive. This set is going to come from factory in one pedal, meaning as soon as you let go of the accelerator, the vehicle is going to de-accelerate a good amount. And it's not the brakes being used, it's actually the electric motor. Well, there's two electric motors in each unit, and the generator is going to be collecting energy for the battery. So that's good to know, because you might not like that mode, but trust me, most people don't like it. But then once they get used to it, I didn't like it, and now that I'm used to it, I absolutely love it. You can even lock your differential from here if you're looking for that. But let's go over here to general. You've got your general options here, and you can play around in there to set things up just the way you want them, you know, miles, English, French, Spanish. But more importantly, you want to go into the driver assistance. So we hit a little bump there, but under vehicle, rear occupant alert. If you don't have kids regularly sitting in the back, that's going to be super annoying, because every time you stop the vehicle, it's going to say, hey, check the kids in the back. It's going to say the seat belts aren't on in the back. So it's just an alert to tell you what's going on in the back. Now, if you have a tendency to forget your kids, well, make sure you have that on, because that's what that's for. Marie, do we ever forget the poodles in the car?
Never.
Never. We love our poodles.
We never forget kids at home too. We always bring them with us.
Well, not today, because we want to do a video. And we're heading over to Grandma's house. Grandma and Grandpa here. Grandma and Opa, actually, to help them out get their pool started, because we're finally getting some warm weather here in Canada. Now, another thing you should really know about is you go over to driver assistance. You can play around with all the driver assistance. You've got pre-collision assist and whatnot, but really important, auto hold. Do you want the vehicle to hold itself in place when you're in traffic or at the lights? Well, if so, you turn that on. Now, speed limit assist. This is a big one. If you've got speed limit assist on, that's a big problem there, folks, because if you set it to, let's say, 10 miles per hour or 15 miles per hour over the speed limit that's shown, that might be great on the highway, but in town, you're gonna be going way too fast. And if you adjust it, well, then maybe you're going too slow for actual highway speed. So we found that really, really annoying. Now, you can go into your adaptive cruise control, and of course you can put it on normal cruise control, because adaptive is going to follow the traffic. And the one little bug we've had is in curves, when you're following the traffic but a vehicle is slightly ahead of you, well, what ends up happening is the truck here can think that the vehicle's in front of you if we're in a curve right now and slow down. So you don't want to be slowing down in curves. I've had problems with that with both my Lightning and my Mustang GT that has the adaptive cruise control. Now, lane centering with hands-free, that's where you're going to find out. Turn it on and off, and it's the speed sign recognition. That's a big one. So you go to speed sign recognition and you can have the tolerance. And if it's set to, you know, 19 over the speed limit, well, maybe that's very appropriate for the highway, but that's highly inappropriate for in the city. So I have now put that off, because in town, I always found it would see a speed limit sign, and it would just rush off, speed up to try to get 19 kilometers over that, you know, advertised speed sign. And that doesn't work in town whatsoever. It's perfect for up here on the highway, but it is absolutely dangerous in town. So you really want to know that, folks. That is something you definitely need to know. So remember, little button up here, go back to the house, brings you to the very beginning screen, the first screen, the overall general screen. You press the little dots there and you get your vehicle information. And that's when you go over to driver assistance. That's when you can play around with all those options that you may love having on, or you may loathe having on. Now, before we get into the official video with all our loves, likes and dislikes, are you loving the driver technology? Are you so on it? What would you rate it on 10? How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I never had a car that technologic, so I would say maybe 9 on 10, because yeah, sometimes it's difficult to know which all the option, which one does what, and is it annoying or not. You need to try. So that's the only thing. But I guess in the future, all the cars will be like that, and it will be
a big adaptation phase. But we gotta figure it out soon, because it's gonna come to us sooner or later, and it's probably coming to us sooner than later. So we gotta get used to it. So why not try it out? Why not adapt? Really play around with it for a few weeks to find out if you like it. Now, the rest of our likes and dislikes, love and hate, it's coming right up. So stay tuned, folks. In the meantime, do hit the like button and the subscribe button. So we're going to continue this video, so stick with us. Let's put the pedal to the metal on the likes and dislikes of the truck. That big beautiful piece of grass. I do like myself a big piece of grass. And how are you liking the Lightning?
I like it a lot. It's smooth.
Yeah, you're enjoying the acceleration, I think.
Yeah, because I just passed a cyclist, so I needed to pass fast.
And how do you find the suspension?
So smooth. We don't feel the hole in the road, so that's perfect. It doesn't shake that much.
And in the corners?
It goes well, but you said to me that I make scream your tires.
That's okay, you're having fun.
Too much powerful.
That's good. No, that's fine.
I was turning, yeah.
You're having fun, and that's important to me.
Yeah.
Good. So, do you have any hates? Any things those clearly you love, though, all that we mentioned, but do you have any dislikes?
When I was turning, the car tried to turn for me and doesn't go in the same way as me, so it was I feel a little resistance, but it's not that bad. It doesn't throw me in the ditch. Just keep me in another line than the one that I was supposed to go with. Okay, so that's called the lane centering. So the lane centering sometimes bothers you a little. Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Okay, right on. Well, we're going through some, as you can see from the camera, some mountain roads. And
it's worse for the camera, because for me it's not that bumpy.
Yeah, you're very comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. So we're just going up on this mountain road with the lake below. Get you a nice shot of the lake in just a moment. So, great vehicle for being up in these bumpy mountain roads, getting a view of the lake, and the mountains are behind us. And two more things we absolutely love about the Lightning is the roof is well placed so that we can still talk, we can have it open and still have a nice conversation without any issues whatsoever.
Yeah, that doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah, the light bar in the front bothers me a little. I find the light bar looks like it's made kind of cheap plastic, how it's kind of got this.
True.
Yeah, and we would have liked to have also seen that they see more uniqueness to this vehicle. Just little Easter eggs to make it special, the way they did the Bronco. So Marie's mentioned before, you know, like a lightning bolt in the headrest. Yeah, and maybe lightning written on the dasher with a lightning bolt. That would be awfully nice to see. But the interior is very comfortable. And the last thing we can say we really love about the Lightning is the sound system. Marie was going on and on about it on our drive over to go give a little helping hand to the setting up the sound system for the TV at my parents' place. So that'll be the setup of that is on JCCR Adventures. Please like and subscribe. Help us out. Helps feed a poodle. And do you have any other? You love this comfort of the seats.
Yeah, so great.
And you don't mind the big screen? You don't find it distracting?
No, not while I'm driving. It's not that bad.
We did mention how we like the new setup. They've changed the setup here a little now, so buttons are placed differently. The heated seats work a lot better because they're, you know, you press the button and it cools the seat one choice at a time.
I love the new look of it.
Yeah, and you've got the big selector for all your favorites. So all our favorites are there. Those are our favorite radio stations, and they're easy to select while driving, even if you're driving rather quickly on what was a very bumpy road. Now, you know, just to prove me wrong, the road has smoothed out. It's also really practical, the Lightning, for carrying tools. So we love how, you know, we can put all our electric tools in the front there, and they won't get wet, they won't get stolen. But brings us to a point that we don't like. Towing with this isn't great. So we got a report from someone who was just towing a double axle trailer. So the trailer weighs about 2,500 pounds, but with a electric motorcycle on it. So they're pulling about a little over 3,000 pounds. And even at this time of year, when it's nice out, the weather is ideal for batteries. They're only getting about 200 kilometers on the highway. So that's about 150 miles. So not good at all. It's a little under, it's more like 140 miles. So pretty bad when it comes to towing. So you have to stop often. So this isn't your long haul heavy towing machine, but as a performance machine, it's unbeatable. And as a storage machine, it's also unbeatable because hauling around tools, it's not going to affect your battery if you're hauling it in the vehicle. So those are all our love and hates of the F-150 Lightning, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned. Check out JCCR Adventures for more of our adventures, such as, you know, installations, pool work, going all over, you know, adventures building things, and also adventures getting around. So this is Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and right here you've got Marie. Thanks so much for watching, folks. If you made it this far, comment finisher.